All right, now let's talk about the Bengals' keys to success in this game for Thursday Night Football. I think they do have a good chance to come out on top if they can take advantage and play better than they did last time in Week 2. But also, I think they are playing better than they were in Week 2. I think it definitely starts in the same way for the Ravens. It starts with Lamar. I think with the Bengals, it starts with Joey B. Right? I think he is going to have to find ways, which I think at this point they will. They're going to scheme up much better than they did the last time, but they're going to have to find ways to effectively counter against this Ravens zone defense. Right? I think that they have to adjust to the way that. I think right now the Ravens secondary is a little not as strong as it could be. There's potentially Marlon Humphrey is not going to play, so with him not being in the lineup, that could be crucial for the Ravens, and Bengals could take advantage of that. I think a big key factor the Ravens have to improve on in this. I'm sorry, the Bengals have to improve on in this game has got to be the run game. Right, I think it has been a weak point this season, and if they could just balance out that run game with a couple explosive plays here and there, they could really maybe catch an early lead against the Ravens, and that could be huge for them to winning this game eventually. Because I think this is gonna be a close game. I think on the defensive side for the Bengals, they got to contain Lamar, right? Like in the same way that they are not good with the run game, the Bengals aren't so far right now. The Ravens are really good, right? You got Lamar Jackson, who arguably right now, with the return of Kyler came back with the Cardinals, but quarterback wise, I don't know if there's a running threat on QB as good as Lamar right now. I think that his dual threat as a QB is huge for the Ravens. So the Bengals are definitely gonna have to stop that, and they're gonna have to be disciplined enough to be able to limit his ability to have an impact as a runner, but also watch out because Lamar has, he's improved his arm this year, I think, in my opinion. So they have to really watch out for that. I think in the same way too, along those same lines, I think the Ravens have that underrated, I think, running back weapon of Keaton Mitchell. So that's something to look out for. So not just Lamar, but I think the Bengals have to watch out for potentially a really credible threat of a running back in Keaton Mitchell. So Bengals have to watch out for that one. But I also think that the Ravens also have some vulnerabilities on their own too, where it's no secret the Ravens have not been good with holding leads, so that is something that they're going to have to watch out for. The Ravens have to watch out for that. The Bengals have room to, exploit that if they get down a little early in the game. They're still, just don't give up. There's still a chance to come back and win the game, especially in the final quarter of the game, or final at least the second half of the game. And I also do think that again that if Marlon Humphrey is not there, the Bengals can really exploit that secondary with the Ravens, right? And they have really Burrow has really skilled receivers here. So, I think that's going to be the battle here between the two is the Bengals offense is probably going to come from the receivers, really good, good plays, explosive plays down the field. The Ravens it's probably going to come from their ability to run the ball against this Bengals defense who has not been so good on the run. So I think the Bengals, in my opinion, have a good chance of winning this game if they can just really contain Lamar as best as you can contain Lamar. But I don't just mean contain Lamar only with the run, but force him to make bad throws, force him to make bad decisions, or force him to have to get the ball out early, and when you start pressuring him, you'll be able to maybe get some chances there, and again, if the Bengals go down early, it's definitely not the end of the world, as we've seen with past couple of teams who have been able to come back against the Ravens. I think that this Ravens defense can be dangerous, but if they're missing, the key guys in the secondary, that's probably where the Bengals are going to target for them to hopefully get a win here for the Bengals and get themselves back on the right track after losing to the Texans last week. But for you Bengals fans, for you guys right there, Who Dey Nation, let me know, what do you think is a key to this game, right? What do you think is a key? Definitely gonna be Burrow, but you guys, I'm sure watch the Bengals closely than I do. So what do you guys think is a key for them to succeed in this game against the Ravens? Let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully the Bengals can pull this off for you guys.